Hello, and welcome back to 7th Crown Tarot. If this is your first time joining me, thank you. If you're returning from past readings, I appreciate you. I was meditating on this reading before I started, and I was feeling a sense of confusion and fear. So I shuffled some cards and pulled some, and out popped, sorry, I just have to censor these, the Devil and the Lovers. I wanted to clarify this because I wasn't sure exactly why these two would pop out. So I asked, and we got the Empress. There's some sort of divine union here that's headed into a really abundant timeline. They're opening up doors to abundance. And during this time, you and this person are being called to let go of toxicity, toxic relationships, things that no longer serve you, things that are draining you, things that make you feel like your lower self, and being called into embracing this higher version of yourselves. You're both stepping into this timeline at the same time. Maybe the feminine has been abundant for a little while, and she's been her higher self for a little while, and now the divine masculine is catching up. So let's see what other messages we have here. There's like a balance here of like a yin and yang, a masculine and feminine, like a shadow and a light. It's finally being balanced. In the past, there wasn't balance, and it was causing toxicity in the relationship, maybe some feeling of stuckness. Maybe one of you felt bound to the other's stagnation. I'm getting that heavily here, but this all changed once you embraced, or they embraced, this. I'm getting the divine feminine did this. She had to embrace the idea that the divine masculine was on a journey inwards to discover something that he had to discover in his own time. But now he's discovered it. So why is this person feeling lost, Spirit? Why is this person feeling lost? Because they want victory. They want to see this through to the end. They want to really fully enjoy everything that's coming towards them. Yeah, again, you get like a double victory here. They want to start creating and going through these next doors. I feel a lot of anticipation here. Maybe the divine feminine here is very impatient because she's been in her power for a very long time, and the divine masculine is just now discovering his power, which is great. He's kind of very new to this journey, whereas the divine feminine has been on this journey for a very long time, which is why she's reached this point so much sooner than he has. So what is it that the divine masculine had to learn? What did the divine masculine have to learn? There's a lesson here of letting go. The divine masculine had to let go of something. What was this thing that he had to let go of? Some sort of relationship? Or maybe an attachment wound? I don't know why I said it like that, like enunciated all of the little letters in that word. some sort of like deep introspection, like really like looking at each aspect. Maybe this person is very meticulous with details. And I also got the Emperor here, so they're finally starting to feel powerful about this. They're starting to feel like they've grasped all of the details. This person's very detail oriented. Maybe you are, but I'm getting that this person is. And that's just how they operate. And you've had to really embrace this about them. You've had to hold back your thoughts and feelings about this because you knew that it wouldn't do any good. If anything, it would prevent this person from progressing quickly on their journey, because everyone has their own timing. Everyone has their own pace that they learn at. This person is very proud and perhaps easily, I was going to say easily influenced, but I almost feel like easily offended is a better way to put it. Maybe you don't want to really say this to them, but like sometimes the Emperor can be kind of like egoic and headstrong. Not egoic, but I think more headstrong. And I'm looking at pink clouds, so this gives me, like, I immediately think of like rose quartz, which is for love. This person had to fully open themselves up to this love that you two have. And it took them a little bit of time because of their past wounding. Anything else, your spirit? So if this resonates with you so far, then obviously this reading is for you. Again, we get the past wounding here. And they're starting to really understand that this is in the past and that they can let down their guard with you. This is somebody who loves really hard. So why are you telling me all of this, Spirit? Why are you telling me all of this? There's some sort of karma that's coming in here for both of you. For them, for you. I'm not really sure why I'm thinking about this, but I'm also almost thinking of like Pablo Picasso's Cubist paintings, where he drew things from different perspectives, and then at the very end, he had this beautiful piece of artwork. So this person that you're connecting to is finally done this piece of artwork. Like we said before, they've considered all different perspectives of it and are finally able to present this side of themselves to you, to present their whole selves to the world. And I think you're really guiding the way for this person right now. You're showing them what it means to be vulnerable, and that it's safe to be vulnerable, and that you'll protect them at every step. Again, we have vulnerability here, stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're showing this person that it's okay to be yourself, that it's okay to be new at something, and that you can have a lot of enjoyment doing so, and that it doesn't have to be scary. I hope you guys are happy that I'm back outside. I wanted to do it back outside because it's like, I don't know, it just felt really, although it was really cozy in that gazebo, I think I need to set up some sort of interesting background, because when I'm doing these readings, I don't know, I feel like it needs more visual stimuli. At least for me, I like things to be like that. So life was really bleak for a little bit there, for both of you. But you're stepping into this new chapter where things are not only not going to be bleak, but they're going to be so abundant, so vibrant. you know, when a kid, they say as you age, your eyesight, your eyes oxidize and you stop seeing, which is such a dark thing to think about, but you stop seeing the vibrancy of the world. And I think that's such a powerful analogy for how people age. A lot of people lose that vibrancy. And it's like, you guys, you're both the type of person that haven't lost that type of vibrancy, and it's needed in the world, because people don't realize that just because you lose it doesn't mean that you can't gain it back. You're showing people that. So you're an example, you're a leading example for strategically going about life, while at the same time not, like, this is your defense. The defense is that you're being very strategic about it. You're being strategic about how you show people your vulnerability. And because of that, no one is able, like, yeah, people might try to attack you, but you kind of just don't pay them any mind, because every time they attack you, you just come out stronger. And it validates this, like, side of you that nothing can take you down. So both of you have reached this point of, like, unstoppability. And this is the point when things start to get interesting in life. We all know that. Because that's when you can walk away from things very easily. When you're unstoppable and you know that you have your own ground to stand on. This reminds me of the King of Cups. Interesting, this one was already flipped upside down. The Four of Wands. So this person could be a water sign, or they could be somebody who is very used to chaotic situations and being unmoved by them. This could be, I could be describing you or this person or both of you, because you could be very similar people. And maybe that's a way that you connect, that you've both been through chaotic situations and learned how to handle them and strengthened your personalities because of it. You're now stepping into, you're stepping away from these toxic situations, these toxic habits, toxic people, toxic mindsets, into the most abundant time period of your life. And I'm not just talking about this stuff because I want it to be true. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, when I read these cards, like, I'm actually getting these things from it. So this is going to be for a select few from my collective, so don't try to make it fit if it's not fitting. I really do see that a certain portion of you, if all of this is resonating, this is what's coming up next. You got the Seven of Cups, which is like an abundance of choices. And now you're able to really discern which choice is the right one. Because in the past, you haven't been able to really make intuitive choices. You've had foggy vision because of old beliefs, old patterns of thinking. Maybe you had, like we saw in the beginning, a lot of toxic traits of your own, right? The devil. So, universe reflected this to you. But now that you're moving into the Lovers, you're no longer exhibiting those traits. So, the universe reflects that to you. And everything becomes very clear. I'm seeing someone just, like, wipe a glass completely clear, but for some reason it's not glass, it's quartz. And quartz is a very intuitive, it's supposed to heighten your intuition. So I have this quartz ring that I did a trade with somebody, and quartz is a very interesting material. It's very common, but it's supposed to vibrate very high. And actually, I think Tesla was the one that was saying that you could create like a copper coil and then put quartz at the top. And it caused the plants to grow at an abundant rate. So there's something about like electricity here too. You're creating like a magnetic field around you that's unstoppable. Anything else, Spirit? And I get a lot of magnetism here. With the Seven of Cups, I got that too. And I get that also from the outside. A lot of people might be feeling very, like this is very harsh, you cutting them off, or just saying the things that need to be said because they've been used to you being very soft and vulnerable and accommodating, and now you're not doing that. So it's like, it's almost offensive to them. It doesn't need to be, but some people take things that way. So just keep being yourself, because the people that are meant to be in your life will celebrate this new person that you've become, because they're supposed to join you on this timeline. And the people that fall away, fall away. They were only supposed to be there for a season, and for a reason, right? Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, also I wanted to talk about this book that I got today. These books. It's like a psychic workbook. And it just kind of like tells you how to like heighten your psychic abilities. It's called The Psychic Workbook, and it's by Mystic Michaela. It's spelled Michaela. I'll link it in the description if you want to check it out. But I want to find my cards here and kind of delve deeper into what it is that you need to know about your current situation, because it seems like there's a lot of transition happening here, and that's kind of like the foggy in between. Grief. There's something you're grieving here. Something has like matured, and you're grieving the fact that it has completed, like a cycle has completed. But it's kind of like you've been through a death period. Like you just experienced a death and got shark. And I immediately think of Shark Tank. So there's gonna be a lot of new ideas coming in for you after this grief. And surprisingly, I also pulled fine. I got immediately that you'll be fine and you'll be getting through this very quickly. You'll be getting through this grief period very quickly, and you got heal as well. So there's some sort of magical healing coming in here that the divine wants to give you. And I think I'm also being called to give you healing, and there's a cicada that landed right here in this tree as I said that. Cicadas could be a sign for you. They could be some sort of animal, but that you should look up, but I'm also getting that this is a blessing coming from the Fey realm. And I have a cicada ring. I wore my cicada ring today. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, please be here with me right now to help heal my collective during this grieving period. And you know what? I'm also going to look up in this book may healing come upon your life during this time, and May things fall away at a natural rate. And may it all happen in divine timing. Universe, please allow us to let go of the things that no longer serve us in a way that is accepting and loving and gives gratitude where gratitude is due. Thank you. Just want to look up if there are any healing prayers in here. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna pause it for a moment while I look. Okay, so instead, we've received a message from the book. It talks about how to remove cords. So if you haven't heard of this, I've heard of this, but I'm gonna read it from the book because there could be something that we're missing here that we need to hear. Begin in a meditative state, and you might want to do this on your own. So if you want to watch this at another time, feel free. I know it's kind of like homework, but if you're feeling called to do it, begin in a meditative state, highly aware of and envisioning what cord you want to remove and why. So think about an area of your body where you're feeling this, or you could think of like a specific person that you want to remove this energy of, or you could also think of some sort of attachment wound that you have. Let's say it's some sort of like wounding around what is it, like making people happy and not yourself. So you could visualize that, and then visualize your arc bubble, which you learned about in your creative protective bubble activity. So you could look this up. Create a protection bubble. Look that up on Google. So visualize a protective bubble around you of white light, swelling around you, surrounding your body. So that's step 2. Close your eyes and hold your hands up in front of you, starting at the very top of your head at your crown chakra, and slowly move your hands downward. As you move your hands, visualize them moving through each chakra. If you're not sure how many chakras there are, what color they are, definitely do take a look at that very quickly before you do this. As you move your hands, visualize them moving through each chakra. Pay attention to any point where the energy around your hands feels stuck, or you have an intrinsic need to spend more time over a certain area. Take a mental note of which chakras you stopped at and what they signify. After this chakra scan, visualize the sources of your cord attachment in front of you. Say what you have to say to them. For example, you can say, "I release you with love and light." Now, simply let go of the cord. Visualize it dissolving in front of you. And then, envision the white light of Source, the highest power, universal and benevolent energy that surrounds all of us, filling this hole that the cord has left inside of you. Take your time with this step. When you feel ready, you may end the meditation with steady breathing and by slowly bringing yourself back to awareness of the physical world around you. I know there's also a lot of resources like this on YouTube, so maybe you could look up removing negative attachment or severing negative cords guided meditation. That sort of stuff always helps me because I'm personally the kind of person that really likes to be like guided through meditations. So if that's something that helps you, then yeah, go ahead and do that. Anyway, I hope this helped somebody out there today, and yeah, if you like how I read, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Easiest way to support me is by watching the ads that play. Maybe you could do something in the background while you're watching them. If not, that's okay too. And I'm also doing personal readings for the month of July. July. I forget which month it is because it's going by so quickly. But personal readings for the month of July are on discount because I've just launched, and they're $20 US for a 15-minute reading of your choice. And I'll have that down in the description with my email attached if you're interested. Alright, thanks guys. I hope you have a good evening, good morning, or good night whenever you're watching me, and I hope you have a great day.